little bit about, why you like working at Rox Spa, first of all. I mean, I know you're big on aesthetics, but what is it about the approach here that's kind of clicked with you?
I really enjoy that everybody feels like family, and I feel like we're not here to make you look fake. Everyone is here and honest, and we see them all the time, and they're back and forth, and you just get to know them, and I like that.
Yeah, we do have that's been sort of the secret of the Rox Spa has been sort of the club mentality. We, I've always had that in my practice. We don't sort of just, crack open the doors and put ads in magazines. So we have basically a practice of people that are used to coming here. But, what I've noticed, and Jolene comes to us from a emergency room background, actually, and she was introduced to me by my brother-in-law who works in Hawaii, where Jolene used to live, and then you moved back to the mainland, so now you're mainlanders. Well, there's no volcano blowing up here, which is good.
Or flooding.
Or flooding. I mean, it's been different, but Jolene kind of jumped right on, and it's been like about a year, over a year. Has it been a year now?
8 months.
8 months.
Yeah.
Seems like.
It does forever.
Seems like 8 months. Underwater. No, but the bottom line is I've really been impressed with Jolene's ability to identify great treatment plans for the patients, and these are my patients that have been with me for years on end. So tell us a little bit about Sculptra, because I know you love doing that, and you like filling people to get their volume back, which is what I need.
We can do it.
Yeah, I know. I need some help, but all right, so go ahead. Tell us about Sculptra.
Well, Sculptra is it's an injectable. You produce your own collagen. It's permanent, and it's not surgical, but it's great to give those little areas that are just difficult with filler. Also, a lot of people are really enjoying it in their booties, and that's kind of the thing.
Sculptra in the booty is a big
Yes.
deal. That's that's sort of the Kardashian approach.
Well, I mean, also, doing a lot of squats and not noticing real results, it helps with just that little extra.
Squats can only do so much.
Yes.
Yeah, but the Sculptra in the booty is a big deal. I think the only downside to it is it's expensive.
It can be, but it's not surgery, and people like that.
So Sculptra is it's polylactide, right? Polyl-lactic acid. So as a hack polymer chemist myself, PLLA really is absorbable. It will go away eventually, but it does leave behind all the collagen that does the fill. So faces, where would you put it in, like on me? Like do a consult, where would you put it on me? I know I need a lot.
Well, this area, you have your shadows. You can maybe define this jawline a little bit more.
It does help for the jawline a lot. Yeah, you can fill out along the jawline. I think submalar is key too, because when people start looking gaunt, then that's a sign of aging, because you don't see that in young people. They don't have, that stretched
Another
loss
great
of volume.
place is your décolleté. You may
In
not
my
need it, but the
décolleté,
ladies.
I might need some. I might need some in my décolleté. Excuse me. Yeah, no, for the ladies it's good. Botox. I mean, you can do like a whole décolleté overhaul. Botox, laser, and Sculptra.
Yes.
Yeah. See, there you go. You should have like a whole section about like prettying up this area.
This and this.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
like get some photos. Let's see it. It works. Speaking of which, too, I had Botox last week, which maybe some of you saw live, which was kind of, I don't know. I guess it went all right. But if you look, you can see that I didn't lose all of my movement of my forehead. I still can move, and I still have a little bit of wrinkling at the crow's feet, but it's way better. And so that's the thing about Botox. There's a lot of ways to do it, and people will, I mean, how many people want to be frozen that you treat?
Some do, but they say that specifically.
They do. They say, freeze me.
Yes.
I don't want any
Yes.
movement. I think that's kind of weird, though, isn't it? You just get kind of mask-like.
Well, maybe they don't want to show their emotions.
I guess it's good if you're a poker player.
Yes.
But I think really the thing about Botox is there is an art to it. I think one of the problem that I have with the way that Botox is delivered in the public in general is it assumes that every injector is equivalent. Selling Botox based on units, like, oh, how much per unit? That's kind of silly, because that assumes that the person who, just finished their residency in internal medicine and decided to be an injector is equivalent to the guy that's been in plastic surgical practice for 17 years and knows where the muscles are and operates on those muscles and understands how they work. And it makes no attempt to account for that if you sell by the unit. So is that the way to do it? Or should we be selling it by the treatment?
Well, I just think that the person that's coming in needs to trust that you're not just trying to get their money. And doing the right thing for the
Well, that's
patient is
right. That's
ultimately
why
the
it should be,
best.
well, that's why you should pay for the treatment. Like, I think I should get, like, by the way, I use way less Botox than anybody I know, and I charge more for it, but it winds up being less money to have a Botox treatment. So how about that? You wind up spending less money, even though it's more per unit, quote unquote. But I've seen people who go for $9 a unit Botox, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I needed like 70 units of Botox. That's just an upsell. That's 100% BS, because there's nobody that needs 70 units of Botox in their forehead. I mean, that unless, you know, it's not 70 units, because if you dilute it improperly, then it's going to not work. So anyway, I'm all about getting the right treatment the right way. Tell us a little bit about your experience with Ulthera, since you were playing with that machine this morning with my patient. So did you Ulthera her face as well, or no?
No, I just needed an ultrasound.
Well, that was good. Good work.
Yes.
But in terms of Ulthera, how does it work?
Ulthera, I can target your bands, and I can tighten it, lift it. It's not invasive facelift. The results I've had, people are coming back and they're just so shocked that it worked.
It's ultrasound technology.
Yes.
So it's ultrasound heating of the deep soft tissue, right? And so it works by what, just causing the excitation of the proteins to contract?
To come back together. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, it's like a high-powered microwave or something.
Yeah, but I feel like if you market it that way, nobody will come.
Nobody wants to microwave their face. I would like to microwave my face. No, but it does work, and that's my next procedure. Is I definitely need all this stuff. Like, I mean, I just hit my 50th birthday. I'm telling you, 3 cases canceled, so I got time. You know, it's one of those weeks. It's definitely going to be the Labor Day week. So we talked about Ulthera, ultrasonic heating,
Microwave.
and microwaving of the proteins for lifting of the face, the neck. Can you use Ulthera anywhere else on the body?
You can. It's off-label.
So it's off-label, but it can be done.
Yes.
It will be on-label shortly, I'm sure. Botox was off-label for years on end, and that didn't really seem to stop anybody. So Ulthera, we talked about Sculptra. It's laser season now because the sun, it's starting to be shorter days, so less time in the sun. And that's a big issue because a lot of times in the summertime, you can't get erbium pixel resurfacing, you can't get the AFT, you can't get your hair removal, all that stuff because of the sun issue. So hair removal is like, you should start now, right? I mean, a lot of people want to de-hair.
Yes.
And they should.
Yes.
My daughter's got a hold of a bottle of Nair this weekend, and they like de-haired their legs, and they're totally pumped. It's very funny. But I told them, I said, hey, we got a laser for that. So how does our hair removal laser differ from some of the other ones? We have
the Soprano Ice.
The Soprano Ice, which is very nice.
So it's a cool tip. They say it's painless. We do numb.
I don't think it's painless. It's like less pain.
I agree. It's less pain. The cool tip is a good distraction.
It definitely has pain. There's no question. The hair removal thing.
The first time is the worst.
After
that, it gets better.
After that, it does get better. I think we did my armpits on.
You totally cried.
I did. I know. Well, I need numbing cream. That's for sure.
Yes.
I need it for everything. I don't like having pain with these procedures, and you don't need to. It's not. I mean, I'm sure there are some people that like having pain with these procedures, and that's their thing, whatever they want. But for me, I want to use all the numbing cream we got, and I want it to be easy, and I don't want to have to like think about that part of it because I want the result. What about you? Are you a numbing cream person, or like you just kind of go for it?
Well, I just go for it.
See, I knew that. I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell you were one of those. So then the other things that you do, Botox, fillers, other than Sculptra.
Kybella is a great one.
Kybella, how many of those have you done? Have you done a lot of them? I haven't seen a ton of them around.
It's starting to become more popular, and mostly because the off-label reasons. Not everyone has this that they want melted, but now that they've figured out there's other spots you can use it.
So what is Kybella?
So Kybella will dissolve the fat, like right here.
It's indicated for this,
Yes,
right?
that's what it's indicated
I need that
for.
too then. And I need a lot. I need a lot of stuff. I should just throw in the towel.
Yes.
It's over.
50. This is what 50 looks
I know,
like.
it's very painful. So Kybella for melting the submental fat, but you can use it in other areas.
Yes. Bra fat is a big one.
Really? Does it work for the bra fat?
Mhm.
I haven't done that. Have you done it?
On myself?
No, I evidently. No, but have you done it to any of our
I have,
patients?
I
And they
have.
like it?
Mhm.
All right,
They
good.
do.
So bra fat melting with Kybella, submental fat melting with Kybella, Botox, fillers, lasers, Ulthera, Sculptra. What is it? What else? You do microneedling too, right?
I do.
You love the
I love
microneedling.
microneedling.
All right, there you go. So the microneedling is a big thing for Jolene. I know that because she stole the microneedling thing and took it to Hawaii with her, and she microneedled everybody in Hilo. But so the microneedling, how does that work?
So I'm just giving you a superficial injury, targeting the melanin, tightening those fine lines, evening out your skin tone.
Does it hurt? 'Cause
You're
I'm
numb.
concerned about that.
You're numb.
You numb people for
Yes. There are some areas that are a little bit more tender, but it's quick. That helps.
it? That's good. But where do you do it mostly? Face, scars? What do you use it for?
Face, scars. I do a lot of your rib graft scars. Neck.
My rib graft scars need to be microneedled? No, I'm sure they
Yeah.
do. Yeah, no, scars, I think that's really where it's
Yes.
really useful.
Yeah.
But I think that microneedling of the face is almost as good as doing like a light pixel. Like I think it's very similar in terms of the results you can get with a laser. So, and it's very easy. You don't have to go through the lasering, but you still do peel. You still do have
You
you
do,
know.
but the downtime's pretty minimal.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I did a pixel laser for Chris last week, who's my wife, on Thursday, and instead of like blasting her into the burn unit, I kind of toned it down a little bit, and she looked great by Saturday, and she peeled, but it wasn't terrible. She didn't turn cherry red, and the skin looked really amazing. And that's something that you can do. Is there are ways to do these procedures depending on